Well, good day everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I'm Mark, and this is a little update on the new washout plugs for the boiler. Now, these, I've talked about these before. There's several places on the boiler where these plugs screw into, and they also screw out. They allow you to clean out the boiler after a period of time of steaming. Now, in our case, that when we first brought the engine home, we found that there was a lot of lime scale inside, and I mean quite a lot. So I'll just show you where these go on the engine. And as soon as I screen, would help if I was a better organised. But anyway, hey, we're getting there. Right. So this is just one of the areas. This is on the back head of the boiler. As you can see, it's screwed in there. These other pieces beside it are the extensions for the gauge glasses to get them past the shaft that goes over the top here. So these were, all except one, were pretty relatively easy to get out. Didn't have a problem with them. However, when we did get them out, let's go past here. And you can see in that photo there, I'd already unscrewed it a little way after applying a little bit of heat, mainly because they'd been in there for so long. And that's the sort of thing we found when we took out the washout plugs, is the line scale was built up. And we poked through that lime scale and you could see across the top of the crown of the boiler. It was a bit of a surprise to see the lime scale that high, but however, considering the area it worked in, the water was very, very hard, and I don't think it got any sort of proper washouts. So there you have it. But the new ones are in place, or the new ones are here. The only difference is these ones have been machined off the back. This piece here, which was just an aid for machining, has been machined off except for that one. And I have this here. This is just a piece to hold them in the lathe while we face that off the back. And we'll go over to the lathe and do that now. So I have tried this before. It doesn't matter which way it goes. There is plenty of room. In fact, one way it screws in a little bit further than the other. These plugs are tapered just to allow for easier removal. Right, let's put her into low gear. And we'll get the spanner on, we'll get the shifter onto that to hold it in place. It's actually going to pretty well hold itself in place, because the way the lathe is spinning, it'll do itself up, but we'll give it a bit extra. Just so we don't have any problems. Right, here we go. There's a tiny little bit of run out that I'm not going to be worried about that. Once these are screwed in place, it's done. So I can either just face it off, I could use the parting tool to part it off, or I just machine it down. There's no hard or fast way of doing this. I'll leave a little bit to take a facing cut. The pattern of these was done by Dan down in Melbourne, who's working on the other steamroller, and the machining of the threads, of the tapered threads, was done by a club member who's done some work for me previously. He's well set up, and he's got more time on his hands because he's retired. So it's, as I've mentioned before, it's easier to get him to do some stuff for me while I concentrate on other things. And there we have it, all done. Brass or bronze is always a nice, fairly free machining material. You're always going to get a pretty good finish no matter what you do. Get me file, and I'll just put a little chamfer on there with my hand right in the way of the view. Now, they've got a square hex on them, mainly because when you brought these engines, a tool was supplied. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. A tool was supplied so you could remove the washout plugs. Now, these days, everything's mostly hex, or has some sort of hex head on it to make it easier to suit modern day sockets, things like that. These don't, if they're done right, unfortunately, a lot of these over the years, I've seen plenty of examples where these have been put in incorrectly. They're over tightened, or from constant expansion and contraction, they wedge themselves in there. And what can happen is these squares can get burred over. People using the wrong tool, like a pair of Stilsons or something, or a socket that doesn't fit properly. So they do get damaged over time. As with all things, if you take care, you will. It should last you a long time. And as you can see, that's just come out easy. And that's the whole idea. On this particular engine, we have 5 in total, 1 on the back head, 2 down the bottom of the foundation ring at the back. So that's 3. There's 1 in the front tube plate. 4. Actually, might only have 4. Yeah, only has 4. And so I've got a spare one there just in case. So that's it, job done. And let's go back over here, and to me, it's all about me. So these will go on the shelf now with all in the cupboard that's got all the parts that are ready to go back on. So we can grab these when the time comes to screw them back into the boiler, so the boiler can then be watertight. So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget, Thursday night live stream, 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Give you a bit more update on what's going on. Hopefully get a few things out, get them sandblasted this week. So thanks for watching, and if you do, like and subscribe, all that sort of thing. Appreciate your support. Talk to you later. Bye.